Okay, so good morning. Welcome to Tai Chi class. So this morning, this is our last class. Thank you for joining me for this past Tai Chi class. This is our last session, rather, in this class. And we'll talk about some breathing later, but if you take anything away from this class at all, most importantly is remember to breathe deeply. It's so important for your body, your health, stress release, anxiety, all that. Remember deep diaphragmatic breathing, just like a baby's breathing. If you watch a child breathe, I know I have 5 grandchildren, and if I watch them breathe, they breathe deeply with their bellies. You can watch their bellies up, open, rather, I guess, inflate, I like to use the word, inflate and deflate. So I have a little. Yes, good morning, Debbie, I see you. So babies' bellies, as they breathe, are inflating and deflating if you watch them. And that is the way to properly breathe, the most healthy way, diaphragmatic breathing, the most healthiest way of breathing. All right? So babies use their lungs, their diaphragm, and their bellies, abdominal breathing. Okay, as we get older, we unfortunately we breathe shallow and we breathe through our lungs. So if you take anything away at all from this class, please remember the deep breathing. So I just wanted to go over that. We'll talk about breathing a little bit later. So, and remember, when you value yourself, then you start taking care of yourself. All right? Especially in this time, we need to value ourselves, take care of ourselves, do things for ourselves to relax, to de-stress. Okay. So before starting the class, let's do our greeting first. Before we prepare for the class, let's do our greeting first. So right hand in a soft fist for strength. Left hand, fingertips pointing to the ceiling for friendship. Thumb bent for humility. We bring the right hand down, the left hand on top, and thank you for joining me today, practicing Tai Chi with me today. So again, make sure we have proper shoes on. A nice flat sneaker is the best usually. Nothing with heels or nothing, a slipper or flip-flop, nothing like that because you will injure yourself. We want a chair in case our posture is off. And we want a glass of water or a water bottle near us just in case we get thirsty. We'll take a little 2-minute break and you can have a little tired while you're doing this class. Sit and just do the arm work. Just do the arm work of the class and have a seat. It's all good, okay? Very, very important to also make sure your area, the area that you're teaching or you're practicing, I should say, Tai Chi in, excuse me, is clear. Okay, we don't want to, I'm just going to shut my closet door again. We don't want anything in the way. Okay. We don't want to trip over anything. So, let's remember to stay in our comfort zone. Always stay in your comfort zone. If something hurts, please do not do it. Your body is telling you something if it hurts. So please do not push yourself. Please do not force anything. I think that's the correct word. Forcing. Please do not force any movement. Okay. And in that way, we're listening to our bodies. So as we do our warm-ups and we do the forms, be mindful. Mindful of our fall risks. We want the flat shoes. We want to clear the area. We want to be sure our balance is good that day. Otherwise, we're going to use that chair. We want to be mindful of our breathing. Nice, deep breathing, which we will practice in a few minutes. Okay, but we want to do nice, gentle, deep breathing. We want correct weight transfer. So we want to be mindful of how we move, how we shift our weight, I should say, from one foot to the other. Okay, correct weight transfer. And like I said before, situational awareness. We want to be aware of the area that you're practicing in. Please remember to move steady and slowly. A nice upright position. Shoulders are back and down. Nice upright posture. When we're doing our Tai Chi stance, nice upright posture. And like I said before, you want to breathe slowly with belly breaths, and you want to stay in your comfort zone. Okay, whenever you practice Tai Chi, you want to practice that deep breathing. And most of the time our breathing is very shallow. Sometimes when you're concentrating, even when I do it, either I'm holding my breath or I'm breathing very shallow. So if you find yourself doing that, make it a point to breathe rather deeply. Very important. Let the body relax with your breath. Let the body relax, open as you breathe, allowing air down into the bottom of the abdominal region. And let the whole body relax that breath out, as if the breath were breathing you. Okay? Do not force. Just let it happen. Just relax. Okay. So we'll start with some warm-ups, and then I'll talk a little bit about breathing, and then we'll start our forms. Okay, so our warm-ups. We're going to start with our neck. Okay, so I just want to make sure you can see me pretty good. Okay, so hands are facing in, arms are down. You can get into that Tai Chi stance if you want that. Your feet are hip distance apart and your knees are slightly bent. And we bring our arms up nice and slowly, only up to shoulder height. And we look at the palms of our hands. And they're coming closer to our face. We're moving our hands closer to our face as we stretch that chin back a little bit. And now our palms forward as we stretch our chin, or our neck, I should say, very gently forward. Palms facing each other and down. So again, bring our hands up, palm facing you, and as you bring your hands closer to your chin, you're stretching that neck. You're pushing that chin back a little bit, and you're stretching that neck ever so gently. And hands forward, stretching the neck forward and down. And one more time, up, back, forward, and down. Very good. The next warm-up for our neck, we're going to put our left hand in front of our lower dantian, which is 3 inches below the belly button. Okay, that's a very, very important. That's your main energy or chi point. So we want to protect that. In any martial arts, you would want to protect that. So even though this is a very gentle style, a Sun style it's called, of Tai Chi, we still want to protect our dantian. So left hand in front of that dantian. Right hand comes up like a handheld mirror, and we're just going to turn to the right ever so slowly. And you're going to turn as much as you can, staying in your comfort zone. And we're only turning the neck. We're not turning our shoulders. Be mindful that we're not turning our shoulders or our waist. And down. And now we're moving to the right. And right hand down. And we're moving to the left. And left hand down. Very good. Very, very good. Those are the two warm-ups for the neck. For the shoulders, arms down. We're going to do some shoulder rolls. So up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. And one more time. Good. And now let's go the reverse. Back, up, forward, and down. Back, up, forward, and down. Back, up, forward, and down. Very good. That's the first warm-up for our shoulders. Second warm-up for our shoulders. We're going to gather that energy. We're going to gather that chi and bring it into our bodies. So sometimes this is nice to do also with your eyes closed. I find it very relaxing, this particular warm-up. This warm-up is also a cool down. When we cool down after class, we also do this. I find it very, very relaxing, especially if I close my eyes. Sometimes even if I can't sleep at night, I'll close my eyes and try and imagine myself doing it, and I fall asleep. So I'll just breathe with it, but of course I wouldn't be doing my arms. So that's what I imagine, the movement, but the breathing I do, and it helps me to fall asleep. So, just a little tip. So let's take a nice deep breath, belly breath, hold for a second, and let's bring it down. And we're bringing our hands nice and down, slowly, as our breath comes slowly. Nice deep breath again, inflate that belly breath. Hold and deflate. And as we're deflating that belly, slowly exhaling, we're trying to imagine we're pushing that good chi, that good energy into our lower dantian. One more time. Nice deep breath. And exhale. Good. Very good. And those are our two warm-ups for our shoulders. Now for our spine. Now, when we're doing any warm-ups or any practicing of forms, we want to remember to keep our core strong, tight and strong, okay? These stabilizers help, the stabilizers around your core, I want to say, or in your core, help to keep your back muscles nice and strong. So if you're using good posture, keeping your core nice and strong, nice and tight, I guess holding in your core and just staying nice and strong and tight with it, it will help back pain. Okay, I guess it's the posture. If your shoulders are back and down, core is straight, back is straight, posture is nice and straight, core is nice and tight. That will help alleviate any back pain you may have. Okay, so let's keep that in mind too. We're in that Tai Chi stance, knees are slightly bent, we can see our toes, but also we want to stay in that nice upward posture, that nice upright posture. Okay, so let's hold the basketball in front of us. Right hand, top hand is in front of the upper dantian. Bottom hand is in front of the lower dantian. Okay? So we're going to bring the right hand down, and we're going to push the floor down. With that right hand, left hand comes up, palm facing you, and you bring that thumb right down, palm facing away from you, and up to that ceiling. And as I've said before, if you can't get that hand all the way over your head, it's okay to bring it in front of your forehead. Whatever is good for you. Always stay in your comfort zone. Okay, let's go back to the ball. And left hand goes down, right hand comes up, and we're pushing up that ceiling with the right hand, pushing down the floor with the left hand. This is a good opportunity to use your gentle resistance to build those muscles. We always there's always need for improvement, right, with our muscles, and especially if you have arthritis, this will help with arthritis. It builds up the muscle, which will help the joint pain. So back to that ball. Let's do it again. Right hand down, left hand up. Good. And let's bring it back. And left hand down, right hand up, and to the ceiling. Good. Very good. Okay, let's bring it back to the ball now. We have the right hand on top, left hand on the bottom, and we're going to turn to the right. You want to be mindful not to turn your hips, though. We're only turning at the waist. We don't want to turn the hips because then we're turning the knees and we'll injure ourselves. Okay, so we just want to hold the ball, and please be mindful that we're holding a ball also. If your hands are like this, you dropped your basketball. Okay, so let's turn to the right. Right hand's on top, so we'll turn to the right first. Switch hands. Remember, the elbows are not out, they're down. You have those 10-pound weights. We're imagining we have 10-pound weights on our elbows, and those are holding, well, kind of keeping them down, keeping them nice and relaxed. So right hand is on top, and I'm turning to the right, and we'll switch hands again. Left hand on top, turning to the left. Switch hands again. Right hand on top, turning to the right, and switch hands again. Left hand on top, turning to the left. Good. So those are the two warm-ups for our spine. Now for our hips. So for our hips, you might want a chair. If you feel your balance is off a little bit today, I'm going to put my chair on the right side of me. Okay? Just want everyone to be able to see the chair. Okay. I'm in that Tai Chi stance. Shoulders are back and down. Remember, in a Tai Chi stance, our shoulders, our hips, and our ankles are in alignment. Okay? And nice and relaxed. And knees are slightly bent, but we can see our toes. Okay? So, the warm-up for our hips, hand is on the right chair. We're going to weight shift to that left foot. Okay? Carefully weight shift to that left foot. Right foot is going to come forward onto that right heel. Now, if you lock your knees, this is very difficult to do. So, nice Tai Chi stance. And bring that left arm back. If you don't need the chair, bring both arms back. Whatever's good for you. Okay, foot down. Right foot down, arms down. Now right foot comes back and to the side. We're on our toes and arms are forward, extended forward. Arms down, right foot down, or flat I should say. We're on the right heel of that right foot, arms again back. And this is when you can use that gentle resistance for those arms. Try pushing them up a little bit. You're just using some gentle resistance. Right foot flat, arms down, and forward again, with the right foot back and to the side, onto the toes. Here also you can use that own gentle resistance. You know, this is our last class, so because of that, we did 6 classes, I believe. So you may remember some of the forms, but even if you do the warm-ups until we start practicing again together, hopefully that will be soon. I'm always trying to get the word out about Tai Chi. Let's do it one more time. Bring that right foot back. because it is so very, very healthy for people. So very, very important to relax, to, instead of at a gym, I mean, a gym is good too, crunching those, barbells and exercises and, on a fast, I guess it's a fast, doing that bike. But it's also good to de-stress, relax when you exercise. And let's go onto the left foot now. So I would bring if I'm using a chair, you bring the chair onto your left side. And weight shift to that right foot. Left foot is I'm on the heel of my left foot. And back with the left foot onto the toes. Good. And down. And back with the hands. And I'm on the heel of the left foot. And back. Good. And one more time. Very good. Okay. So the second warm-up for our hips, I'm getting a little... Okay. I'm just getting a little feedback from the library that I wanted to read. Anyway. So the next one for our hips is push the wall. So this is the only warm-up that has a name, push the wall. Okay, so let's get in that Tai Chi Stance again. Right arm is bent at the elbow. From the elbow to the fingertips is parallel with the right wall. Palm is facing the right wall. Left hand, left arm is across my chest. And the left hand, the left palm, is also facing that right wall. And the left hand is under maybe the midsection of the right arm. And you can just push it. Push the wall a little bit. This is using your own resistance. Very good to use here. This one I think is the best warm-up for practicing that resistance. Okay, let's do the left side. So the left arm is bent at the elbow, fingertips pointing forward. It's from the elbow to the fingertips, parallel to the left wall. Palm is facing the left wall. Right arm is crossed in front of me, and the right palm is facing that left wall, and we're pushing again. Okay, pushing that left wall. Now let's go to the right. And if you want to do it even a little deeper, you can put a little more weight onto that right foot and push a little bit more if you want to. Or stay balanced on both feet and just use your arms. When you put a little weight onto that right foot, you can use a little bit more. Whatever's good for you. It doesn't really matter. This way, if you're balanced, if the weight is balanced on you evenly on both feet, you can still get a lot out of this. That's good too. I'm staying balanced today. Left side, I'm staying equally balanced on both my feet today. You also know let's do the right side. You also know how your balance is on a certain day. Some days, everyone has the balance off at some time or another. Sometimes it's due to the weather, how you feel, what's going on in your body. Different things, right? This time of the year, it could be allergies. Okay. So that is for our hips. Now for our knees. Soft fists onto the sides. Now at this point, I can see my fingernails. Okay, that's how my fist is. So I'm in that Tai Chi Stance. So I'm going to weight shift to the left foot, go onto the right toes, go onto my right toes, and punch with my left. Keeping my left elbow soft, nice and relaxed. Okay, and my weight is on that right foot. The left foot really is just for balance. The toes are just for balance. My weight foot is on that back foot. Or I should say my weight, I'm sorry, is on that left foot, that back foot. Okay? Bring the right foot back, and we're going to weight shift to that right foot, and we're going to go on the toes of that left foot, punch with the right. Again, my weight is on that back foot, that right foot. And my core is strong, my shoulders are back and down, nice posture. Let's do it again, weight shift to that left foot, we're on the toes of that right. Okay, bring it back, weight shift to that right, we're on the toes of the left. Good. Bring it back. Weight shift to that left. One more time on the right toes. And one more time on the left toes. Very good. Now let's do something a little deeper. About the same, a little bit deeper though. Weight shift to the right foot, or left foot I want to say. And let's take a heel toe step. Remember in Tai Chi, we walk around, we move around in a heel toe fashion, okay? So we're taking a heel toe forward step with that right foot, and we're putting maybe 60% of that weight on that forward foot, being mindful that our knee is not overextending, that we can see our toes on that right foot, and we're punching with that left. Okay, and back, and now we're weight shifting to that right foot. Heel toe forward step with that left foot. It's not a big step, it's a small step. Weight shift onto that forward left foot, punch with the right. Good. Bring it back, weight shift to that left foot, heel toe forward step with that right foot, and we're punching with the left. Very good. And again, heel toe forward step with the left foot, putting some weight onto that forward left foot, and we're punching with the right. Good. Let's do that one more time on the right. And also, I just want to point out that the movement in that wrist, that turning of that wrist, at what you're doing as you're punching, very good if you have any arthritis in your wrists. Very good movement. Let's do that one more time. Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, so that is for the knees. Now for the ankles. You can either hold on to a chair or hold on to your hips if you feel your balance is good today. And we're going to weight shift to that left foot, and I'm going to go on a heel of the right foot and on your toes. Heel, toe, heel, toe. Very good. Weight shift to that right foot and left foot. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Very good. Weight shift to that left foot. We're going to go the side, side. So we're going on the outer side and the inner. Outer, inner, outer, inner. Good. Bring it back. Weight shift to that right foot, left and the inside. And we're not leaning on it. It's just how we're turning that ankle, but not putting any weight on that. Okay? Very good. Very good. Good. And that is our warm-ups. We're done with our warm-ups. Very good. So, if you'd like, have a seat for a few minutes since we've been standing for half an hour. Have a seat for a few minutes, have a little water, take a little breath, and we'll start our forms. And while you're taking a little break, I want to talk about some breathing once again because, like I said, it's so very important, the diaphragmatic breathing, which is used in yoga, meditation, Tai Chi. They all emphasize diaphragmatic breathing, in which the muscles of the diaphragm, right, rather than the chest, are used to take in more oxygen. So this style of breathing not only helps the lungs to move with less effort, but also allows more oxygen to pass into the bloodstream. And efficient breathing is much healthier for you. In fact, multiple studies that have been done show that healthy breathing, the amount of air that you can exhale in 1 second may help you live longer. That's why the belly breaths, the abdominal breathing, or breathing with the abdominal area, taking a nice deep breath in. So when you're taking a breath in, you're filling up your lungs, you're filling up the diaphragm, you're also inflating that belly. That's a nice deep breath. You can feel it. And then exhale. And as you're exhaling, you're deflating that belly, deflating the diaphragm, lastly deflating the lungs. It's so important to breathe as nice and deeply, but don't force it. Don't force it. As you breathe, and as you practice breathing, it'll come. It'll come. Nature is slow and fast. Lives are hectic and stressful. Tai Chi balances the slow with the slow movements, the gentle movements. It balances the slow with the quick. And it teaches us to breathe slowly, which helps reduce the anxiety and the stress. And it really improves all the aspects of life. It brings harmony and tranquility back into our lives. Okay, Tai Chi is known for its self-reducing benefits. And actually, when we do our practices now, it gives you, I guess, as good an aerobic workout as would an intense as walking at a moderate pace. That didn't make sense when I said it, but I know it didn't. So Tai Chi, it gives you an aerobic workout, there we go, as intense as walking at a moderate pace. Okay, so what can I say? It's very, very good for you. Breathing. Some doctors believe that our central nervous system, I'm not sure if I went over this before, but let's go over it and then we'll start our forms. Some doctors believe that our central nervous system is affected by the rhythm of our breath. So this means that a restriction in our freely moving respiratory system excuse me, could lead possibly to disease, since the central nervous system regulates any other organs. The goal of Tai Chi is to foster the unrestricted breathing. By doing so, Tai Chi may improve central nervous system function, which may help reduce the incidence of disease. Rapid expansion of the chest cavity may not efficiently oxygenate the body. However, the relaxed abdominal breathing of Tai Chi can be highly effective in increasing circulation and the blood and Qi. And that's what Tai Chi is all about, getting that Qi to move throughout your body, that good energy. Okay, so let's start our warm-ups. Let's start our movements. So, we can get into our Tai Chi stance. Feet can be parallel and hip distance apart, or they could be in a V. When you begin, whatever you'd like, whatever's comfortable for you. Let's get in a nice stance. Shoulders are back and down. And all our joints are nice and relaxed. We want to song our joints, relax our joints, and jing the mind, relax the mind. When you do Tai Chi, this hour with me is just for you. Just for you. There's nothing else to think about. Okay? And if you try to think about something else, you totally lose your focus. So it's so good for your stress and your anxiety. All right, so let's bring our arms up slowly, only up to shoulder height. So we're doing the first form, we're doing commencement. Let's bring them down, forming that U with our hand. Okay, remember your elbows are down also. They're not sticking out, they're nice and down. Imagine 10-pound weights on the elbows. We're placing that box of chocolate on the shelf in front of us. We're just going to do the hands right now. And let's bring that hands back to in front of our up or down TM. So that's commencement. Okay, let's close that form. Extend the arms forward and down. Okay, let's try that again. So that was the hand work. Let's try the hand work one more time. Then we'll do the footwork and we'll put them together. Okay? So, and the footwork is only taking a small step with each foot forward. So that's very, very easy. So the hand work is more involved. So hands come up, nice and slowly, only up to shoulder height. Palms are facing each other. Elbows are always slightly bent, always along your joints. We're forming that U. We're bringing our hands down. Now we're bringing them up again to in front of our chest or upper dantian. Fingers are pointing at a 45-degree angle. We're going to pretend we have a box of chocolate between our hands and put them on the shelf in front of us. Bring our hands back. We're leaving that box of chocolate on that shelf. We're bringing our hands back to in front of our chest, fingers pointing to the ceiling. And that is the first form, commencement. Okay, let's close that form. And let's just practice the feet, just for a moment. So we're going to weight shift to the right foot, and we take a small heel-toe step forward with the left foot, and bring small heel-toe forward step with the right foot, so the feet are parallel once again. Okay, so let's do that again. Weight shift to the right foot, small heel-toe forward step with the left foot, small heel-toe forward step with the right foot, and feet are parallel. Good. Okay, so let's put that together. Okay, we're in our nice Tai Chi Stance. Take a nice belly breath. And while we're also doing this form, commencement, remember breathing. Okay? So I'm taking a nice deep breath in, exhale in. I'm going to bring my arms up. Exhale down when I'm making that U. Or exhale out, I should say, when I'm making that U. Inhale, placing that box of chocolate on the shelf in front of us. Exhale. As I bring my hands back in front of my chest. Okay? So, and then inhale as you take the left foot forward step, left, and exhale as you take the right forward step. So we'll put that together. Okay, maybe I'll announce the breathing as we do it this time. So hands up, nice inhale, exhale, bringing those hands down and around to form that U. Hands in front of our chest, fingertips pointing at a 45-degree angle. Weight shift to that right foot. Exhale. Take that forward step. Weight shift to that left foot. Exhale. Inhale. Placing that box of candy on that shelf in front of us. Exhale. Bringing our hands back in front of us. And we can add maybe the second part also, which is very simple, the second form, which is open and close. So we exhale very slowly. We're moving our hands with that. And exhale, we close the form. Extend the arms forward and down. Good. So let's take a nice, get into that nice Tai Chi Stance. Shoulders back and down. Remember your core. Remember your posture. Nice and straight. When you're making that U, you're nice and straight posture. Nice, good, upright posture. When you're extending those arms, nice, upright posture. You're not leaning forward. Nice, upright posture. Okay? It's all about the posture. Tai Chi. Okay. So, take a breath, and up we go, slowly, and down, forming that U, weight shift to that right foot. Small heel toe forward step with that right foot. Small heel forward step with that right foot. I think I said right foot and left foot, but you know what I meant. Okay? Place that box of candy on the shelf in front of us, the imaginary shelf in front of us. Very good. Bring your hands back. At this point, my fingertips are pointing to the ceiling because I'm getting ready for my second form, which is open and close. So, very slowly, we open our hands to shoulder width, and we close to head width. Very good. And now we'll close the form. Very good. So when we close, we just extend our arms forward and slowly down, and you could also bring your chin down if you'd like to. Okay, let's practice that again. So, take a nice deep breath. And let's bring our arms up nice and slowly. And down, forming that U. Hands are in front of our upper dantian or our chest. Weight shift to that right foot. Heel toe forward step with the left foot. Heel toe forward step with the right foot. Good. Extending your arms forward to put that box of candy on the imaginary shelf in front of us. Nice posture at this point. We're leaving the box of candy on that shelf. And we're bringing our hands back to in front of our upper dantian or our chest. Fingertips pointing to the ceiling. And that is the first form, commencement. Second form, let's open our hands only up to shoulder width, and we close our hands to head width, and that is open and close, our second form. Let's close forms, and we'll do that again, and then we'll try our third form, single whip. I believe I did that with you. I'm just going to move my chair. I believe I did that with you last week. If you do need to, if your legs bother you and you do need to use a chair, if you're getting tired, because we are on our legs for an hour, you can also just do the arm movements I'm doing right now. Okay, you don't have to do the legs, all right, if they bother you. And also remember too, when you're doing Tai Chi, which is very good, your thighs getting a nice workout. Okay? The stance, the slightly bending those knees, softening those knees, protect your knees, believe it or not. If your knees are locked, you're putting all your weight and pressure on those knees. When your knees are slightly bent, the thighs are taking all the weight, which is very good. Okay, and protects our knees. Okay, let's try it again. Let's go back to that V or feet parallel, however you're comfortable with. Shoulders back and down, nice posture. And let's slowly bring our hands up, only up to shoulder height. And down, forming that U. Okay, weight shift to that right foot. Heel toe forward step with that left foot. Heel toe forward step with that right foot. We're going to place the imaginary box of candy which are between our hands, and place it on the imaginary shelf in front of us. This is a nice stretch for your arms, but we're not locking our joints. Posture is nice. And we bring our hands back to put in front of our chest, fingertips pointing to the ceiling. And that's commencement. Now we'll open. So with this also, take a nice deep breath in as you open those hands, and nice deep breath out as you close. So that is open and close. That's the second form. Third form is single whip. So hold that for 1 minute. I just want to move my chair. And if your chair is too close, move it out of the way. Okay, because we want to be nice and clear. We want our surroundings nice and clear. We want to be mindful of our situational awareness. Okay, so back to open and close. We're in this position. So with our, in the next form, which is single whip to the right, we want to weight shift to that left foot. Take a half a diagonal step with that right foot. Very slight diagonal step. And my toes of my left foot are in line with maybe the arch of that right foot. So it's a very small diagonal step. And that is the footwork of the third form. You'd also put a little more weight, maybe like 60% on that right foot and 40% on that left foot, the back foot. Knees like knees, please. Okay? With that, so our hands, when we open and close, our palms are facing each other. Now we're going to extend our arms forward, palms facing forward. We want to open and we want to look at the left hand. So with the arm work, let's do that again. Bring it back in like we opened and closed. We finished our second form. This is the third form, single whip. So with our hands, we want to turn the palms forward, extend our arms forward. Elbows are slightly bent. And with our palms facing forward, we want to open. It's like we're opening a curtain. And we're looking at our left hand. Always the opposite. My right foot is forward, so I'm going to look at my left hand. Always opposite foot and hand. Okay? And then we bring our weight shift back to that left foot, bring the right foot back to the left foot, and hands close. And that is single whip to the right. Let's do that again. Weight shift to the left foot. Take a forward half diagonal step with that right foot. Okay? Ensuring that we can see our toes, knees are only slightly bent. Weight shifting, maybe 60% onto that forward foot rather, or, whatever's comfortable for you. Whatever's comfortable for you. I feel like I'm doing, because you have to shift your body forward onto that foot a little bit, I feel like my weight is 60% and 40% on the back foot, okay? So, arms forward, palms forward, open that curtain, and we look at that left hand. And this is single whip to the right. And bring our hands back and our foot back. Okay. So let's try and do all three now. Extend arms forward and down. Let's try and do all three. Okay. Shoulders back and down. So arms up. And we bring them down, forming that U. Hands are in front of my upper dantian. Fingers are pointing at a 45-degree angle. Weight shift to that right foot. Heel toe forward step with that left foot. Heel toe forward step with that right foot. Place the imaginary box of candy between your hands onto the imaginary shelf in front of you. And bring our hands back to in front of our dantian, upper dantian or chest, upper chest. Fingertips pointing to the ceiling. Always remember you have those 10-pound weights on your elbows so they're nice and soft. So that is commencement, first form. Second form, open. Let's open our hands nice and slowly, only up to shoulder width. And close to head width. Now we weight shift to that left foot for the third form, single whip. Weight shift to that left foot. take that half a diagonal forward step with that right foot. It's only a slight diagonal step. Okay? Put some weight onto that right foot, maybe 60% of the weight. Okay, on that right foot, making sure we can see our toes. Knee is slightly bent on that right leg, but we can see our toes. Arms extend forward, palms are forward, and we open up that curtain and we look at the left hand. And let's bring our hands back. Good. Very good. So, and let's close this form. So we extend the arms forward and down. So let's do it one more time all together. I'm not going to say too much, and then we'll we'll do it quickly. I'll cool down. I don't like when my class ends. I could keep doing this forever. I love it. So let's do it one more time real quick. Okay, not real, very quickly, but because it is a nice relax, but okay, arms up, down, forming that U. Weight shift to that left foot. Oh, right foot, I'm sorry. Heel toe forward step with that left foot. Heel toe forward step with that right foot. Putting that box of candy on the imaginary shelf in front of us. Bringing our hands back to in front of our chest. Fingertips pointing to the ceiling. That was commencement. Let's open and close. Open to shoulder width, close to head width. Weight shift to that left foot. Half a diagonal step with that right foot. Weight shift a little bit, 60% maybe onto that right foot. And extend. And that is single whip to the right. Bring our hands back, our feet back, parallel to each other. And downs now, because we've been on our thighs, we quickly just tap. And we want to tense our bodies now. The only time we tense in Tai Chi, so we're up on our toes. We're tensing our arms, our legs, and bringing them down once again. And let's take a couple of nice deep breaths. Hold and exhale. Imagine you're moving that good chi into our lower dantian. It's been a pleasure and an honor to practice Tai Chi with you. It's been a wonderful journey with you. Please make an effort to at least practice the warm-ups and maybe some of the forms, if you can. This is our last session. Again, thank you for joining me for our last session of the class. Please remember the breathing. Try and remember the breathing. Most importantly, just belly breathe. Relax. Remember the diaphragmatic breathing. If you can picture a baby breathing. Okay, and it's been an honor really to spend time with you, for you to take an hour out of your busy day to spend it with me, practicing Tai Chi together. It's a wonderful Tai Chi community. So I hope we practice together again very soon. Be well, stay safe, and a quote to end or take away with you. Tai Chi is not just repetition of a few postures. It's more about the exploration and discovery of the subtle energies of life. And one last quote is, Tai Chi is the space where the flower blooms. All right, have a wonderful holidays. And I hope to see you again real soon, practicing Tai Chi together. Be well, stay well. Bye-bye now.